Welcome back to the second segment of episode 90.
Woo-hoo. Love it. So this week we always try to talk about, well, let me rephrase. We always try to talk about something about housing. And so this week we may deviate just a little bit, but we think it's really important talking about voting because it is time to early vote.
Believe it or not, it's already here, and it kind of snuck up on us this time, me anyway.
It was funny because I said something. I said, hey, we got to go early vote. And he was like, what are we early voting? I was like, it's here. We got to get out there. So we actually went out and voted today.
Yep.
We went to
Grawweiler.
Mm-hmm. And it was really great because it was quick. If you haven't been in early voting to Grawweiler, super easy place, pull up. They've done a really great thing of marking it where it's 6 feet apart, makes it super simple. And then there's someone there to greet you, and they actually temp you before you come in. So this was really great. Large hand sanitizer was right there, and they are set up with plexiglass in front of them. We did not wait and simply stepped in, and very simple. So we wanted to kind of go over some things to make it easier for you to get out there. And if you'll watch in the comments below, we're going to be posting links to the stuff that we're talking about so that you can click on it and be able to follow and be able to get out there and do your Democratic thing and vote.
That's right.
All right. So Jeff, if you go in there, what do you got to bring? This is important.
So you have to bring ID of some type, driver's license, your concealed handgun carry permit, your passport, military ID, really any form of valid government ID is, it couldn't have expired.
And it needs to have a photo.
Right. Pretty much any of that. And then but you could also have your voter registration card.
Right.
And that without a photo is still considered to be a valid form of voting.
And that is really key. You get in there, you get that done. The great thing about early voting is that you don't have to vote in your precinct. So I'm not a Growlinger, so I would have to go. I'm not going to say it. Don't. You could tell I said that so fast because I was going to mess it up.
So there are 44 Dallas County early voting locations that you can go to, and we've got a link in the comments below of where you can click on. And the cool thing is, you can stop at any one of those.
That's right.
And it is a matter of showing your ID. I always vote with my driver's license, and that, it just makes it easy for them. They scan the little barcode on the back, and they instantly pull me up.
And the link that we're going to post right now will also allow you to take and look at the ballot and be able to pull the ballot ahead of schedule. And this is going to be a really simple one. There's not that many people that are on it, so it doesn't take a long time to do the research. But one of the things that Jeff and I have realized is that there are different interests, and those different groups are going to say which one to vote for. So for you and I, we typically want to see who Metrotex has endorsed because that's going to be all about
real estate oriented.
Yep. Yeah. And so we're going to put a link on here that'll actually be for Metrotex, and it'll tell you the ones that they're electing. But there's also several others.
Yeah, there are, depending upon what your interests are, and it doesn't have to follow party lines necessarily. Right. It could be, social issues or environment issues, and there are a lot of organizations out there that you can go look at their recommended candidates. I've always kind of had the feeling that when you come to a race that you don't know who the two candidates are, don't just vote for one because you like their name, because it's a 50% chance you're going to be electing somebody that might not do a good job there. But it doesn't take long to do that much research and find out how most people align with what your interests are.
And so one of the other ones that we thought would be a really great one to post out there would be KERA, because we feel like they may be more in the middle and really give people, hopefully, a very unbiased representation of what's going on.
Yeah.
And then there's always the Dallas Morning News.
Yeah, the Dallas Morning News always does a really good job of, I think, of writing about the candidates. They usually interview every candidate for certain levels of races and above. But they do take the time to write about even the candidates they're not endorsing. They usually write why they don't feel that candidate is the candidate, or they, many times they have trouble figuring out, they're both really good candidates and they have trouble figuring out which one. And you do get to see, why they struggled with that
decision.
Yeah.
I think that it was years ago when I was a baby realtor, and Metrotex used to do mayoral candidate interviews for the Government Affairs Committee. And so we went, and I wrote a little blog piece on it. And it's very interesting because I felt like at that point, because Metrotext doesn't try to get confrontational and try to like trick them up with questions and whatnot. It's just like very matter of fact, let's kind of weed through what your take is. And so to me, because it was like a closed room, more of an office scenario, an auditorium, it didn't get pomp and circumstance. It was just candidates answering the question, which was really great. And I think that was really important, just to get to know who they were versus who they want you to think they are on TV. So if you get the opportunity, and I know it's probably not so common right now, but go see the candidates, listen to them speak. I know we've heard several of others, and it makes a big difference and can make an impact.
Absolutely. So go out and exercise your constitutional right to vote.
I know it.
Best thing you can do in the next 10 days.
That's right. And get your little sticker, take a picture, post it on social media. Try to get other people to get out there and vote. And if it's possible, take someone with you.
Yeah.
I think that this is one of those years that we all should get out there and really flex our muscles and vote.
I agree. I totally agree. So thanks for joining us today. I hope that you found our PSA useful. It was, but you know, we want to encourage you to do the right thing. And so thank you very much for your time today, and join us next week.
And remember, we want to be your realtors for life.